Welcome in to episode 19 of our Let's Play Civilization 7 series here on the Madishmoose YouTube channel. We are on turn 28 in the Exploration Age, playing as the Songhai with the leader Amina. If you need to catch up on any of the action, down below in the description is a link to episode 1 of this series. You can catch up on everything that leads us up until this moment, deep in war in the Exploration Age in Civilization 7. Here we are in our capital city of Gao. Gao is currently building El Escorial, a very powerful wonder that we're hoping is going to increase our settlement limit by a little bit and get us some good things. We're also running our war against Himiko on multiple fronts. We have our front up here near Chickasaw, where we're going to try to actually take the city because it sits on a navigable river, which is obviously very beneficial for us as the Songhai. We're also going to take Huma. It's got a bunch of resources in it, so we might as well take that, fill in everything here. We'll just turn it into a town, put in some caravanseries, and call it good, and probably use it as like a hub town because it connects to a lot of things potentially here. So we'll make sure that we make the most use of it. The decision we have to make is when we do end up taking these, if we pull that off, is do we also want to take Cahokia? It also sits on a navigable river. It's the capital of Himiko, or the original capital anyway of Himiko. And so the question becomes, how valuable is it? It looks pretty valuable. She's got some decent wonders in there as well. So it might be a nice take, potentially, to take Cahokia as well. We also pieced out, if you recall, with Frederick, who was the original declarer of the war. Frederick declared war. He's always wanted to do war with us. And then Himiko actually ended up responding by forming an alliance with Frederick and then having to declare war on us the very next turn. Don't forget, we also have Ada Lovelace, who I believe the denouncement is over. So she has finished denouncing us and definitely sits in a space where she could declare war if she so wanted to at any time. I haven't seen any movement from her troops in our direction quite yet. We have a nice little kind of sight line because of our suzerainities with our city-states down here to hopefully be able to see whether that's a problem or not. Looks like we're good and clear for now. We also are finally getting out into the distant lands, and we have 2,000 gold to spend. That is where we left the episode. We just need to spend gold, and then we will see what occurs on the next turn. However, I do want to get a settle in down here. I do see that there is a treasure resource here, and I'd like to get a settle in here. I'd like to get a settle in here. So we're going to buy a settler out of Jenny. Jenny now has 5 population, so we can purchase a settler. So we're going to start with a settler buy here. That will set us out in a way where we could get a settler out to here as quickly as possible. I don't know where the borders of this city are or town, so I don't know if they're going to push for these or not. We'll try to get a settle in somewhere up here on one of these rivers and then push as hard as we can to try to get these furs into our territory. We also want to take a look with our scout, right? Once the scout is maybe healed up a little bit, or even before that, we might just scout just a little bit, then heal up. We want to see if there's any other treasure resources or a better spot maybe to settle to get some of those treasure resources from the distant lands over here. But we've got another decent settle in over here. We can grab 3 more resources. Again, those are all slottable, so we really want to do that as we go. The other way we want to spend this gold is we would like to make sure we have any caravanseries in that we have not bought in. So I happen to know that well, we need to repair this Howell. The flood. There was a flood that damaged this a while back. Well, repair that Howell to get those juicy yields back. That was something we were missing out on probably. And then I believe we have, yes, right here, we have a spot for a caravansary. So we'll go ahead and put that down. Oh, we don't, it can't go there? Oh, we expanded to a tropical tile. I thought for sure we were going to be able to place some there. Okay, well, no caravanseries in Saba. I believe we did expand here, so we can get one. Yeah, right up here. I don't want to replace any of our Howells, but I do want to put one right here. That is a 6 gold caravansary, so that feels pretty good. And I believe we had a spot in Axum that we could put a caravansary down, so we'll go ahead and purchase that right here on this tile. That'll get us nice gold on that tile as well. Lollybella, I think, had a caravansary spot as well, so we'll go into purchase. And we'll spend down gold. Oh, no, we did this one already, right? Right, we purchase it in down at the bottom. That's right. So we did that already, I think. And Matara doesn't have a spot either. What we can actually do is focus on, for example, a city like Echmara doesn't have a grist mill yet. Do we have a spot for a grist mill, though? That is a great question. Well, we do, apparently. Oh, is it on the city center? It's going to be on the city center. Yeah. Honestly, that's going to be worth it. We're going to keep this as a town. We want it to grow as much as possible. I'm going to go gristmill in the city center. So let's buy that in, because that feels pretty good. And then let's scan through some of our towns to see if we can get a gristmill in any of our other towns. Timbuktu can't get anything down. There's no gristmill here. We kind of have all the best stuff in here, so maybe not there. Hatu's a city. Saba can get a gristmill for 14 food, which would be nice. Although, again, growth here doesn't matter as much because we can't even put our caravansaries down. But if we grab more tiles, then once they have all their food tiles, we might just... what we'll do is we'll specialize them relatively early, perhaps. So where's the gristmill going here? It really can go on any tile, right? We can put it in any of these directions. Let's just stick it right here. And that will spend down all of our gold. So that gets us a bunch of food, though. That's a lot of food. Although, we probably could have had was there a better food one? No, it's 7 food base, right? But then all of our farms just got boosted by 1. And remember, our Howelts on what would be farmable land count as farms. So that boosted 14 total, I think, was the number for our gristmill there. Big advantage for Saba to get that in. So we want to put gristmills in when we can. That spends down all of the gold we had. We also, don't forget, we need some missionaries because our religion is basically gone. And we would like to keep converting some of these cities up in this tundra region, both north and south, in order to maximize our culture gains as well. So let's press next turn. Let's see what Himiko does at our border. They're turning to face this army that's reinforced again, and now they're gonna push down here. Okay, so we meant to make a pincer move, and now Himiko is gonna reinforce and try to stop our pincer move attack. But now she's having to fight, hopefully on 3 fronts. I'm wondering if I should push with this army now as well, just to like split all of her troops and all of her focus up. That also then splits, of course, all of my focus up, which is a negative thing. So, want to think about that. We got a knight that got attacked, we got a crossbowman got attacked, a crossbowman got attacked, and an infantry that got attacked. So, they attacked, conveniently, they attacked 4 different units and not the same unit over and over again, which is actually pretty handy for us, right? Whoop, it's going to spin us all the way back over to Jenny. Jenny has got an expansion. We'll go ahead and work up towards these dates, because those are slottable resources, so we want those as quickly as we can get them. We also want to get out to these fish at some point, so we'll try to like work around probably this way, although this way would be faster, but yeah, this way would be faster, so we'll go this way. We want to get this tile probably anyway as a reef. The reefs are going to be nice adds as we go around, and then Jenny will eventually, right, probably become a fishing village of some sort to ship all of its food back to some of our cities. Axum is done building. They were building a missionary. We might honestly just go right into another missionary, potentially. I'm also wondering if we should train another army commander, because we have room to get an army commander up here, which might actually really help that group. Let's do 1 more missionary, because it's just a quick 1-turn build. So maybe we'll get like 3 missionaries out. 1 to kind of convert our land, 1 to go up north, and 1 to go south. That might be what I do with those. I'm not as concerned about converting my own land right now. That we can do at whatever time. Now that it's been converted, it's not like a quick convert or anything like that, so it's not that big of a deal. The advantage, of course, to being the first person to convert your cities is, or any city, is that it only takes 1 missionary charge to do that, whereas afterwards now you have to do a missionary charge on a rural tile and a missionary charge on an urban tile, both in order to fully convert a city to your religion. Okay, we got dates. We're immediately going to slot those into Axum. There we go. Axum is now fully loaded and completely taking advantage of our Tombs of Askia. So Axum, just, I mean, this city is just insane. It's going to continue to be a crazy city to deal with. Okay, we have Crossbowmen, we have, so we got this archer here, and we're getting attacked here. These guys are fortified, I believe. Are they fortified? I don't think these guys actually ended up being fortified. Okay, so in that case, we're actually going to heal with them. So we're going to go ahead and do, well, we could also just attack these heavy archers. Let's see. Let's see what we're going to do. Because these guys could shoot. The question is, actually, here's what I do. We're going to move this. We're going to move our commander back so that we can shoot with this guy and get experience. That like that. Then actually, I can't move my commander again, unfortunately, because he just moved off river. But we can also then shoot with this crossbowman. I think we don't want to shoot over here because we've got plenty of troops. So let's just let's shoot this guy. If we can't. Oh, is this vegetated? Oh, it's vegetated, so we can't shoot that guy. It's the only guy he can shoot is actually this guy over here. Okay, well, we'll just get rid of him that way. That works, because now what we can do is take this troop and hopefully... Oh, no, he can't because it's rough terrain, so he won't be able to get there to fight this guy. Maybe we leave... Maybe we just move in this way. Because I could attack this city district with him and start distracting his troops over here. Let's do that. Oh, wait. Is that a cliff? He can't... I can't even attack from there. We have to, like, move all the way around. That's fine. This guy, on the other hand, is going to start moving in this direction. I want to get him off the river, but we want to move him towards these archers, right? We want to try to scoot up here, and we'll try to do some attacking in this direction. And then I think it would actually be smart. It's going to leave these guys open to an attack, but I think it would be smart to just finish off these guys. I don't want them to be able to shoot our troops. So we'll go ahead and run this attack. It's going to leave our archers potentially open to being attacked or a double attack on this unit, but I think we'll be okay there. So we'll just have them heal if they can. And then we have a support infantry unit also coming up in addition, so we'll just keep moving our other Gold Bangles infantry up. Then we have to decide what we're doing over here. So we have an archer unit, but that archer unit is very much almost dead. I think we'll just shoot it, because that should end it. So our commander's right there, so that's perfect. So that gets that guy on here. Now we're pushing out on this direction as well, and what we'll probably do is go ahead and have this crossbowman pack into this commander, and then have the commander start to move in. We want this guy to get onto this tile so that we can run attacks on the next turn. We want the commander to be following that with our unit. I'll let this guy keep healing for a moment at least. This missionary, because going up here, actually, you know what? Sending a missionary up here to convert Chickasaw would give us sight lines into Chickasaw. We can at least put him up here. In fact, he might even just become a scout, to be honest, for just a second. So let's get him... Where do I want to put? Let's get him up in here somewhere. We'll just get him up in here. Interestingly, you cannot, to my knowledge, you cannot attack religious units in this game at all. You could block them from getting into your cities if you're at war by having walls up, but you can't actually stop them in really any way, shape, or form unless they're planning on changing that at some point. Okay, metallurgy in 4 turns, so we can't upgrade our siege, and we kind of want to see what's going on up here before we do anything there, right? So let's just sit with this catapult for now. In fact, this whole army might sit, although maybe we'll take a peek. Okay, they have a cog in the water now, so we're gonna want to have to deal with that with our ranged units at some point. So we can hang out. We'll pillage maybe on the next turn is what we'll really end up doing. This cog is going to go onto alert, as is our fleet commander. Again, they're defending our whole river area down here, which actually ends up being pretty nice. And then we have the remains of our army that's sunk in the water. We have 3 Gold Bangles infantry sitting here. I think what I'll do is we'll spread them out just a bit. I'll just have them sit in maybe kind of spots across the top here. Send this guy over here maybe. I don't know. This guy can sit in Huatu maybe or something like that. Oh, we also need to upgrade these guys too, eh? It's 130 gold. Do we want to spend that gold right now? Why not? Start upgrading. Here is our settler. Now, we want to be very careful. I want to get them here first, so we're going to cross through here, and then we're only going to have to go across one bad tile, but those tiles are damaging us incredibly. I was talking with someone about the fact that there's a status that happens to your units called like rough seas or something, and we don't know. I don't know when that happens. If you know when it happens, post in the comments what the rough seas thing is all about. But it makes the seas much more dangerous. I don't know when or why that happens, but I think it's a thing that does indeed happen. That makes the seas much more dangerous for your people for whatever reason. Nice, we got a discovery. Perfect. A famed sculptor has discovered a superior method of gathering clay from the seabed. By reshaping the earth, they mold effigies that express human pain, joy, and triumph. We can take 100 culture and 200 happiness or 300 gold. We're making gold pretty well. I like the idea of the happiness. We don't really need happiness either, but anytime we could boost culture, I'm all about, right? So let's go ahead and do that. I want this scout to see what's happening out here. So we might make the double move, and then we might move like one up and then do like a search or something like that, just to see what this looks like. Again, there's a nice settle spot here where we can get access to the furs, the elephants, and the ivory, and the jade if we put a city like right in here somewhere for a settlement. So that's where this settler's going to go. We want to put another one here as well, but we got to be careful about settlement limit as well, because if we plan on taking Yuma and Chickasaw, we want to have settlement limit available for that, not cost us too many penalties. I don't mind going over by one for a little while. We just want to be aware of that as well. We have 243 influence, but we have no one left to invest in. All of the city-states have been invested. Medina, we did not invest in because Napoleon's going to get them, but we are invested in all of the other ones that we can be on our continent. So we really need to get a scout out probably. And you know what? We could even buy a second scout. That might be a really good play with our money. I'm going to go ahead and grab another scout here for 85 gold. We'll grab another scout, get this scout on, and we can have the scouts go like north and south maybe to explore this continent. That's going to be very effective for us because we'll be able to find potentially more suzerainities and maybe like some other good settle spots. I'm also seeing up here, we've got another furs and dates. So there's another possible settle right here. So if we go here, that's not bad at all. We can ship stuff back through this kind of passageway from a treasure convoy standpoint. So I like that quite a bit. That feels pretty good to me. But we'll hold our influence for now. We could invest in some things here or maybe even try to reconcile with people. But for now, I think we probably hold it. Whoa, you know what we could have done with that gold? We could reestablish a trade route to Wasset. How much does a merchant cost? Because our merchant is cheaper. The Tajiro is... We only have to pay 200 gold for this. I would have expected it to be more because we've bought quite a few of them. I would love to purchase. I'm gonna spend this. I would love to purchase this and get someone into Wasset. And now that I'm thinking about it, how much is reconciliation with Frederick? Because I would 120. We get that back in what, 3 turns? And we haven't discovered anyone to invest in yet. I wonder if reconciliation here would actually get Frederick. He's way up there. Well, if we do it now, that would be the time that'd be worth it. I'd love to get a trade relationship established with Frederick. I don't need to go to war with Frederick. I'm not going to take any of his stuff. He's not in my way. So having a better relationship with him would be a really good idea. I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend 120 influence right now on a reconciliation project. And we'll see if we can't fix our relationship and then open up some more trade with him potentially. Well, let's see how stuff goes for the war. They did go after the crossbowman. That was to be expected, I think. That sets up for a nice kill there, though.
For a muse of fire.
Right, we get our next civic, which gives us access to the Haleo Way, which I can't remember if had anyone built that yet? I can't remember. Hey, Lovelace has changed our relationship. Did we go up or down? I feel like again, we're getting masteries, so we're pushing our relationship in a positive direction with Ada, but she really doesn't like us very much. All right, so our knight got attacked by that archer. This gold bangles got attacked by that archer, and then this guy came down and attacked this guy. So again, all relatively good news for us. So all we're gonna do is double shoot into this to get the experience. Oh, or just single shoot. And honestly, we could pillage Lahana a little bit if we wanted to, right? Like, we've got units here. If she's not gonna do anything here, Pillaging might be really nice. I want to scoot here and see what I see. I don't see any units, interestingly enough. So let's see. What I'd like to do then is let's take this crossbowman. Let's pack. Then let's unpack and see if we can get a shot off. Yeah, into this guy. Go. And then this guy can't quite make this attack, but he's very close. So we'll be able to finish that guy off next turn. We're going to move this guy in this direction in case that attack happens. We'll get some experience. And then over here, we've got an archer holed up in this spot. So now we do want to try to move as many of our units in this direction as possible. This guy onto the river. This guy, oh, we can almost, yeah, okay, hold on. I'm going to do a thing, hopefully. This guy can unpack. Okay, hold on. Let's move this knight up a slot. He won't be able to attack this turn, but I think that's fine. Because I'm going to unpack this guy here. This knight is going to come down here, right? Because he can't attack from that cliff. And then we're going to take this guy, move back one, grab this guy, put him in here, then take this guy, unpack him to the other side so that he can now shoot as well. Then we move this guy back in. In fact, we'll move him back in too if we can. Yeah, right into here so that any attacks that happen, we're going to get benefit from that. And now that we've done this, we'll be able to take Yuma on the next turn, I believe. We got a couple good shots in, and then we'll have two knights that are in position to be able to shoot as well. We are going to take a shot from this archer, but I think we're going to be in position to take Yuma, and then this army will move up against Chickasaw. This army is almost all healed up. 3 turns to Metallurgy, and don't forget, Metallurgy gets us access to the Trebuchet, so we want to leave our siege engines in our land to get upgraded. But as you can see, we now have a cog that can attack some of our units, so... Actually, do we have the ability to shoot that? We don't, because this is a vegetated tile. I'd like to move my ranged units out to be able to start taking shots if possible, and I wonder if we should just start moving in now. 3 turns is a while, though, so maybe we just hold off. The cog can only shoot 1, so we'll move here and then see if we can't prep for an attack there next. All right, let's pick our next civic. We have gone all the way through the Songhai. This gets us +2 in settlements with a bazaar on caravanseries. We don't have quite enough caravanseries probably to make that worth it yet. We also can get rivers do not end movement and +1 movement to all units on navigable rivers, which actually is not bad. Actually, that would be a really big one for us as we're moving armies around right now. You know? That's actually really tempting. I know we could go after another wonder. I think I'm actually going to take this. That the rivers do not end movement. That's actually a really big deal for us right now because we're navigating back and forth between rivers here and rivers here, and there's rivers up here. It would be really handy if rivers didn't end movement. So let's do that. All right, Axum's ready to build again, and we wanted to go 1 more missionary, right? Let's do 1 more missionary. That feels pretty good. Ohuatu's ready to build, and I think we're just going to go gold because, again, food is not as important here. Happiness is already fine in our empire. So where's our gold buildings going again? Way up here, right? And we're actually going to run into that conundrum where we don't have a spot for our food buildings technically. And so we're kind of just going to hold off on them. I'm going to stack my gold buildings on this tile because it's the nicest one for them. Should probably go guild hall first, but that means the guild hall gets replaced first. So I actually would prefer not to do that. So I'm going to go bazaar first. Let's go bazaar, then we'll do guild hall there probably is what we'll do. Bella is ready to build as well. Leaves us with some interesting choices. The kiln is probably our best bet here, right? Because we've got that really nice spot for it up here. And in fact, that's definitely what we're going to go to. So let's grab our kiln. We'll get it in up on our beautifully situated 4 adjacency tile, which is lovely. Axum has got this missionary. Now, we sent 1 missionary up there. So we're going to send our 2nd missionary down here. And actually, this missionary is probably just going to go through and convert all 3 of these. And we need to convert Abalesa too. So probably that's what we'll grab our, this next missionary will get Abalesa. That's going to get us relics, right? Because we chose the one where if we convert city-states, we get 2 relics for that. So first things first, let's jump down here. We're going to convert Damascus. We'll convert Nishapur. We'll convert Isfahan. We'll have 1 charge left, and maybe we'll just convert, you know, something down here, or try to see if we can't get down here. Maybe use a convert on got or even like wait and just convert one of these because we're gonna need an extra missionary now so we might even do another missionary out of Axiom just because they will have nothing to do unless we get access to a wonder, which we should pay attention to. Here is our knight. He is fully healed now, and so we can start moving him up into. We don't need him for Huma, but we will need him for eventually. We will want to have him for our attack on Chickasaw, getting as many units up here as we can because they're going to defend pretty heavily here. I'm going to assume that they're going to pour a lot of units into that fight. These guys will sit where they are because we're going to upgrade them in just a few turns. I'm tempted to move this guy in and then start shooting cogs. But we're not going to get anything for that yet. I'm wondering if we can get a commander up there before we start that. I'm going to pillage this blacksmith for the science gains, because why not? Why not? All right, this Gold Bengals infantry can push up as well. We'll just get them on river right away so they can cross over. Actually, we probably should have got them as close to the commander as possible so we can pack. Is what we should have done. All right, we're going to go to Wasset. That would be great. All right. Patu is... Okay, this is the Gold Bengals infantry. I'm going to have them alert here while these guys do their thing. Oh, wait, that guy needs to upgrade. We'll upgrade that guy. Let's upgrade this guy while we're at it as well. That's where we can spend some of our money. We have our first treasure convoy being generated from the distant lands, which is nice. Now, I think, because we have... I think they're going to take damage crossing, so I think we actually have to, like, be careful crossing them. Because we don't have access to the shipbuilding tech yet, right? Because we kind of teched away from it. That shipbuilding, well, yeah, because shipbuilding number 1 gets us non-damage, and then shipbuilding number 2 will allow our military units to cross. But we need shipbuilding 1 in order to not take damage. So we'll test out the whole rough waters thing or whatever the heck, you know? All right, we need our scout headed in this direction, and our settler as well. We want headed in this way. Notice we've got nice extra movement. Remember, our religion includes Stella Maris, which is extra movement on embarked units, which counts for these types of units as well, which is pretty slick. All right, let's keep exploring along the coast here. Oh man, look at all the land up here. There's a lot of possible settles up in this area. I don't know. At some point, we're gonna run into another player, right? But right now, not so much. Let's go right here, and then we're going to use our search ability. Okay, yeah, so we got a settle right in here, actually, so we can reach the... I was going to go coast. I'm going to go off coast so that we can reach these. And it looks like maybe... Unless the settlement is right here, it looks like this settle is probably pushed its borders all the way already. It kind of looks like it's maxed out its borders. And so I think we'll be able to get access to these furs unless somebody comes and settles over here. So right now, it looks like we have 2 settles, at least. One here, one up here. There's another river. So we got 2 rivers right here and here we can settle on. And then it looks like there might be another up here even. So we might be able to push some settles here on the distant lands. That could be useful for us. Got a promotion, looks like. And we have met a new civilization as well. Costi River is flooded. That's a big one all the way up in here. It doesn't affect us, though. Our crossbowman was attacked. Oh! Where did this courser come from? That courser come all the way out of here to attack? How did they get so far? Okay, we're in a little bit of trouble now with this courser. Okay, good to know, good to know. All right, that guy got attacked by the archer. And this guy got attacked by that guy. Okay, so that all makes sense. This army commander got a promotion. That is good news for us because we have the move and unpack already. So then the question is, do we want to ignore terrain when packed? I think we do. We don't need to pack more units necessarily because that would take us to there. We can also get that +2 combat strength for units. We have some ranged units down here. I think I want the maneuver, though, because we're going to be kind of trucking along. Let's take the maneuver so that when we pack, we can move faster. I don't know if that was a good move or not. Who did we meet? Ah, Jose Rizal. We will friendly greeting, Mr. Rizal. I'm hoping we could be friends, maybe establish a good trade relationship. That would be optimal for us. Where is he located? Where did we find him? Right here, he has a trade ship. So he's somewhere up in here as well. Okay, Axiom is ready to build again, and we now have all of our all of our missionaries that we wanted initially are out, right? So we could do more missionaries, or let's take a quick look at our trade lens. We are trading to Wasset, and so that'll be the one possible there. But we could trade to some of these villages and get access to their resources as well. I would not be opposed to that. So I think what we'd like to do at Axum now is continue with Tajiros. Let's get a bunch of Tajiros out. We'll start sending those out to the different city-states that have been created. The trade opportunity, right, we're literally already sending a guy there. Thank you, though. I do appreciate the sentiment. I'm going to allow this guy to run this attack because he's going to be able to crush that unit. Got the experience because we were still within range. And then this is problematic. If we do... This is vegetated, right? Yeah, so I can't shoot with this unit unless we pack... I could pack them to here. This is not vegetated, right? Okay, so we pack the crossbowman. Then we unpack crossbowman. Then I'm going to move this guy over. And then I think this guy cannot get... Can this guy get an attack in? Oh, he might be able to, because this is flat, so he can move there and attack on, I believe. So I'm going to risk this crossbowman's life. If I double shoot into this, he's going to die, right? No, I'm going to pack this guy. We're going to pack this guy up. We are going to shoot with this guy, though, and hope that he can't move across this. So we're going to use the commander's ability. Oh, we can't. We already moved him. So we're going to shoot this guy. Then we're going to come down and hopefully be able to run this attack, which we can. I don't think the double shoot would have gotten the kill here. So I'm fine with what we've done here. This guy may now die instead of a crossbowman, which might also be slightly painful, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I don't think we need to support this anymore. This guy can almost move in this direction. Let's have him move up so we can potentially pack and then also support this. Because this is gonna, I think we're gonna have a victory in this particular location. So we're gonna double shoot in for the experience. Don't feel the need to necessarily pillage in this particular location. And then we can attack in with this. And that takes the defenses down, and now we just have to get rid of the unit. Can we kill the unit? Not quite, but we'll run the attack anyway. So we'll take Huma on the next turn. We'll be able to take Huma. That's fine. They've got one damaged archer in there. I don't think they'll be able to kill this knight. We're going to have to heal up a little bit, obviously, before we push on Chickasaw. One turn until metallurgy, so we can upgrade our catapults and then be off and running over there. And then these guys can also move up in support of whatever we're going to do here. We'll pack into this army and then get them up there. I would love to get... Where is our... We lost a commander, right, in the sea? Usually commanders come back, so I'm hoping that that's true still. And we get that commander back, but I guess we'll see. Here is one of our other missionaries. This missionary was going to do what? Go over to Abalessa and then maybe try to convert some of our cities, or maybe go north even. Let's go to Abalessa first, though. We'll get that conversion, and then we'll kind of see what we want to do from there. All right, I'm afraid for this trade ship's life. I guess we'll find out. I'm going to send it to this spot here. Please don't die, Sir Trade Ship. I need all of your... Well, that's the thing. I'm playing the song high. Do I actually need all of their stuff? I actually don't, is the reality. I think we're going to get all of our trade ship points from just playing the song high and having those... We've been getting them since, what, turn 9 or some ridiculous thing like that? I think I want to heal this guy before I keep exploring, but I'd like to grab this while it's there. So let's head that way. We'll try to grab this, and then we'll heal after we see that. But I do want to make sure we're... Because these guys... Okay, these guys are friendly. Perfect. So we need to save. We need to find this place. We need to invest in them, if at all possible, right? All right, we got some... Oh, man, there's nice land up here. Oh, so this settle may not be... This settle's going to be contested. But we have 2 settles. There is a treasure resource here. So we might want to push another. So we do want to buy another settler at some point to push this... At least get this settle in as well. So we might just do that right now. We have... we probably might not have the gold. We do. 680. You know what? Done. I'm sold. I'm getting another settler. Let's get both these settles in. We also want to get one here too. Well, we'll wait for settlement limit stuff on that, right? Okay, catapults are going to sit until being upgraded. We're not going to push this yet. I can't, well, Yeah, we're not yet. Not yet. We're going to wait a turn to push any of these guys. We could go pillage this. Get us a little more. It looks like most of the units that were in Chickasaw reinforced out of Chickasaw when we pulled our army out. Just going to move more guys into position. And I believe that puts us at a spot where we're ready to go. Let's see what happens over here. We might lose some units. Oh, I have one more unit to command. Oh, this guy has arrived. Oh, Chickasaw has just a courser sitting in it. Interesting. Okay, now let's see what happens over here. Ouch. Turned around and attacked, but no units from up here. I think we're good there. All right, we got that rivers do not end movement thing now, so I like that. We also get metallurgy. There's access to the armor, which is very nice. It's one of our production buildings for this age, as well as the upgrade to the trebuchet, which I usually don't worry about so much unless I'm going to war with someone who's got lots of walls. This treasure convoy took 20 damage. Is there like a... There's not like a text or anything, right? Like, I don't see a status effect on them. Right? Like, I have no idea where I would see that, like, it's like rough waters or something. I mean, 20 damage is actually pretty standard. It's less than what we had been taking, right? But Lovelace has established a trade route with us. That's good. Oh, good. Our relationship with Ada is improving. Maybe we don't have to go to war with Ada. That would be lovely. That's 11 gold per turn for me. I love that. Stockholm is friendly with me. Nice. Moving in the right direction with Stockholm. That feels good. Ada Lovelace went from hostile to unfriendly, which we like as well. That Gold Bangles infantry got attacked. We might be able to save him. That knight got attacked. We will be able to save him. And they have moved their cog into position to fight some of my units now. So might need to start pushing up in that direction. I've got to choose a tech. Now we can go to shipbuilding. I'm not gonna even look at anything else. I'm just gonna go to shipbuilding. I need to make it so my units don't take damage crossing the water there. We're already trying to cross in multiple ways. I don't think I'm gonna take that yet, and we don't have need for the final theology one yet. So I think our best bet is to choose where we want to go as far as getting more settlement limit and also more potential wonders, right? So we have House of Wisdom here, which is very potent. Brihadiswar Temple is also good, as is Boro Boro. I mean, all of the wonders here are pretty decent. Like the idea of getting here because it gets you a settlement limit and a relic. And House of Wisdom is probably the best of these. So let's go Society and then into this Mastery. That will also help our relationship with Ada potentially. So we like that, right? All right, Axiom, get the armor in. We definitely want to go straight into that. So we'll go armor. It's going to sit over top of that blacksmith. Get that done. That's going to take only 2 turns to build in because Axiom is a beast. And now we will attempt. Let's see if one shot with this guy can take this guy down. It should. Perfect. All right, this guy needs to get all the way back in here. We need to heal up. And all these guys need to heal. This guy can keep pushing, so we'll send this guy up. These guys will stay down here. Should we send the commander? But the commander allows us to pack and maybe get these units out. You know what? Let's just have everybody here heal. We just want everybody healing. Let's just do that. Kind of a bummer, but that's okay. All right, we're gonna double shoot if we can, just for experience, or not. We won't double shoot. That's fine. And then we'll attack with this higher health unit. Or no, we should attack with the lower health unit, right? Because it's not actually an attack. We're just standing on it to take it. Yuma is now ours, and we will keep Yuma. Now, when you take a settlement, you have 2 options. You can keep it or you can raise it, both of which have penalties associated with them. I'll read them both to you. If you keep a settlement, the happiness and production will be temporarily reduced until the settlement is assimilated. -4 influence per turn while you control this settlement during this age. So by choosing to keep the settlement, we are permanently reducing our influence for this age by -4. That's pretty substantial. So there are penalties for taking other people's cities and holding them. If you choose to raise it, it takes however many turns there are districts or buildings in that particular city. Each of them has to be raised, and each of them take a turn to raise. So that's how long it will take to raise a settlement. Sometimes if you take a big settlement and you choose to raise it, it will take long time to burn down all the buildings, because it takes a turn, I believe it's per building, to burn it down. If you raise it, it says Huma will be gradually destroyed over a period of 6 turns. That's how many buildings probably are there, or things that need to be raised. During this time, the settlement will not generate any yields. -4 influence per turn while you control the settlement during this age, so you get -4 while it's still up. And then you get an additional -8 influence per turn for the rest of the age once the raising is completed. So -4 influence while you own it while it's being raised, -8 influence per turn for the rest of the age after that for raising a settlement. So when you raise a settlement, you double your penalty for the rest of the age. But either way, if you're taking settlements, you are going to impact your influence, right? We're going to keep it. We'll do that. That'll get us access to a few more resources right away, I believe. All right. 2 truffles, which give us production towards training units, or we could just leave them sitting there. But honestly, I think the reality is I would like to actually put those maybe somewhere in case we're actually training units. I realize they get me +2 gold and +2 happiness if I just leave them sitting there. But we also get really nice bonuses for slotted resources when playing, I believe it's playing the Songhai, but it's also playing Amina, right? Let's double check. Yes, +1 gold per age for each resource assigned to cities. So we're getting the gold back, right? It's per age. So technically, yeah, this needs to be better. It needs to be better because it doesn't incentivize, because it's +2 gold. We're in the exploration age, so it's +1 gold per age. It's 2 gold per resource. So we're giving up on the happiness we were getting from it otherwise. Maybe it doesn't need to be buffed though, because we're going to assign most resources in. Technically, it's not actually worth it to keep them in necessarily, but we'll have other cards probably that will help us get better stuff as well. So either way, like, I think we're going to be fine there. Okay, let's pack up this army as much as we can. We also want to heal though, so we're getting that. See how we got to move on river? Oh, that feels good, eh? That was a nice little on river maneuver. That feels really nice. Okay, so we'll get these armies packed up. We got to heal up. This guy's just gonna stay back and heal. Once this guy and this guy are healed, we'll pack them in and heal. Although honestly, I think we can. Can't we pack them and just heal with the whole army, and then just have the army heal? And then they're all together already, right? We got to pack this last crossbowman in. They're at full health, though, so that we can get them up there. We have our gold to upgrade our catapults. We're going to go ahead and get those upgraded trebuchets so that on the next turn we can start moving them across. We are taking shots already over here, but this guy can pillage. Oh, it's just for health points, though. It's not worth destroying a mine just for health points. I thought because it was on a resource, we might be able to get something from it, but no such luck. So should we bother moving in on here when we don't have our ranged? Well, we can let's move our ranged units in anyway. Let's get our ranged units in position, and then honestly we probably should just pull this guy off so he doesn't get shot. If they come down and shoot this guy, that's fine because we can fight back with that guy. And we want to free up spots for our trebuchets to set up on this coast and just start pummeling them. And then how we cross these units, I'm not sure. We might even just have them sit here while these units come up and take Chickasaw. This is a tough crossing for military units. So we'll let this guy heal up a little bit. We'll have this guy sit, and this guy can sit for now until we get everybody into position. I'm going to try to convert Chickasaw because why not? And then, yeah, I think I'm going to move. We'll keep moving these units here. I want to get off, right? We need to get off of the river and give this guy something to do, but I don't want to have him attack me on river. So that's a mismatch. He's gonna do a lot of damage. Oh, but he's gotta come to the river to make that attack because I think this is a cliff. That looks like a cliff. That'd be nice if it is. I'm not sure it actually is. Okay, so we sent to Wasset already. So let's go to the next most valuable one. These are both slottable, but honestly, the gypsum is probably worth more. Where's Damascus? It's right next to us, right? Yeah, let's go to Damascus first. Then we'll go to Abalessa next. We're gonna get this guy in the water as well. Crossing everybody over. All right, this is gonna be the moment of truth for this unit. Oh, I should have crossed them up there because they gotta go that way anyway. All right, they're in the water. Surely they won't die on a single cross, though. This guy's gonna go try to discover the free peoples up here and grab this curiosity. This boat's gonna keep moving, I think. I'd like to heal him at some point. Ooh, what's this? Oh, there's going to be a set of islands right here. This is an island, but look at the cross to get to it. That might be more important to explore. I'm going to kick back. Oh, but I have to heal to do it. Well, we're getting shipbuilding in 7 turns. We'll sit here and heal and then kick across. If these islands have treasure resources, that's an easy spot to claim for some good benefits. We're in Abalessa. Watch this. This is going to be great. So again, our religion, we chose the reliquary belief where we get 2 relics for each city-state we convert. At least for first-time conversions. So that's going to get us 2 relics. If we go into our great works now, you will see that netted us 2 relics, and now we have officially slotted relics in all 3 of our temple slots. So we actually are going to need more relic slots. We're going to need more temples. Temples and palaces are what get you relic slots to start with, and then there's also some other things that'll help you with that along the way. But this looks really nice for us. Why? Because we're getting 2 culture and 2 happiness out of each relic that we have slotted. So we want to get relics slotted whenever we can. When they're not slotted, they don't actually get you anything. So we're going to want to open up some more temple spots to be able to do that in some of our places. And in fact, we're going to see that right now. Because Damascus is now converted, we would have gotten access to 2 more, and there they are. +2 culture, +2 happiness sitting in the archive. So we need to get them inserted when we need to. And we have to remember that this happened because they don't auto-insert if they're in the archive already. If you have a spot open and you get a relic, and if there's a spot open, it will automatically go in. But if they're in the archive and you open up a spot, it does not automatically slot them in. So we actually have to remember that next time we build a temple, that we need to move one of those in for that. And in fact, we might even want to start focusing on potentially getting temples in some of our towns, because those towns can then at least host a relic as well. So that's something that we'll think about. 248 influence, so we are ready. As soon as we meet the next city-state we can invest in, we'll head in that direction. Let's see, these units, if someone runs down here and tries to attack them, that would be an awful experience. They attacked here, and in fact, they're going to come up. That wasn't a cliff. Okay, so it wasn't a cliff, but that's okay.
Lord,
our unit did just fine.
Other than the command of the sovereign in the exercise of his
We did it. El Escorial, a very potent wonder. Look at that on the hill. Oh, a lovely spot for it. Up on the hill next to the mine. Beautiful looking wonder. There it is. All right. Sits right next to our Howl, which actually gets some adjacency from that, which is pretty nice. We also got some adjacency on our flat, our barracks and stuff as well, our production tiles. Treasure convoy, damn it. Oh my gosh, look at the damage. They have 34 health left. Will we lose another ship? 34 health. Oh, we only took 12 damage with the settler, so that's good. Okay, let's get up here. Be close to our settle. I think we're going to settle this, right? 1, 2, 3 gets us access to this cotton and gets us access to this and this. So if we settle this spot, that's kind of our perfect spot for our settle. And then up here, whoa, there's some spices here. So if we get access to this, we could split and get access to the spices. That would be really nice over here as well. So we'll try to maneuver that in the right direction too when we get our next settle up there. All right. 26% age progress. So we're keeping an eye on that. Napoleon already has a Tashikana, which is relics, right? So Napoleon is already up here. So Napoleon, as we can look at the rankings, actually he's got 10. Napoleon's got 10 already. That is a lot of relics. He must be converting people like mad. I mean, he converted me, right? So that's where he's getting some of that from too. This gold bangle's got attacked. We knew that. And then, yeah, they came down and attacked this archer. And that actually did a ton of damage as well. Crossbow is actually kind of in trouble now. If we attack, we do not do that much damage. So this cog is going to be a monster problem for us because he does a lot of damage and we do not do a lot of damage to him. So how are we going to handle that? We're going to move our trebuchets in is one of the things we're going to do. And the trebuchet can shoot him. There we go. Trebuchets are what do damage versus boats. That feels pretty good. And now I feel pretty confident at 55 health that we could just shoot into this and be able to survive. So now we're going to start moving units in. I want this guy to get to this spot. So I'm going to shift this shift this guy here and make it tempting to shoot him while we move this guy in. I'm going to move this guy in as well in case we choose to try to cross. I have to get rid of the boat before I try to cross. There's no way I'm trying to cross while that boat's in the water. That feels very bad. This guy can just keep healing. Saba has grown, and we actually don't care where we grow here anymore, right? Technically speaking. So maybe we just take this last food for continued growth. We'll get their growth up a little higher. We don't actually have... Yeah, it's almost tempting just to take the gold, but well, let's get the last farm online so we can grow Saba just a little bit quicker. We can't put any caravanseries down there, so kind of a bummer from that perspective. I want another Tahiro out of here, so we'll go to that once we have that in. One turn till Axum grows. We could buy in a caravansery there as well. Ohatu is ready, and we will go armor. Put that over top of our blacksmith. Get that one done. Olibella is ready as well, and armor it shall be, and that's going to go over here. And we want to maximize production so we can then build more buildings faster other than that. And they don't have their gristmill in yet, or their armor, but I think the armor is going to be our best bet here. They have a really nice guild hall spot too. This city is going to get very potent very fast. Let's get them the production though, because that also gets our adjacency where we want it as well. So we will place it over the blacksmith, right? That's where we want it. Yes. Ah, what do we have? Do we have any? No, it's fine. We're good. We're good there. We must have gotten some treasure resources or empire resources. All right, let's get these guys healing. Actually, I'd like to, you know what I'd love to do is let's pack this guy. This guy will leave just in case he can shoot somebody, but the other guy we should pack. Why am I looking? I wanted you to heal. Are you healing? This missionary converted Abalessa. Oh, although they immediately got converted back by this Frederick missionary. Oh, Frederick is the one that converted me. Frederick is converting to Islam. Yeah, Islam is everywhere. That's Frederick, eh? Oh, but he's following Sheikhism now. Oh, maybe not then. What the heck is he converting to? Oh, you know what? Is Himiko the one spreading that? Yeah, Himiko must be the one spreading that. Oh, we got missionaries every which direction here. I don't think I want to burn. Now that I got that, I don't know if I need to burn that. I'd rather go, like, convert to Jeanette for the culture. So I think that's where I'm going to send. This guy I'm going to send to Jeanette, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I'm just going to send him to Jeanette because I'd like to keep these two converted, right? Just have him, like, go all the way up there. That'll be a little scouting for us as well when we get that far. Okay, so we want to push this. Let's pack this. Is commander full? This commander's full. Oh. Well, bummer. That's okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll move the commander one. We will unpack our knight over here and let him go off and run. And then we'll pack this guy back into the commander. We'll have the knight run an attack. Not yet. I need to move my commander within range. Where can this commander go and still unpack troops? Right here? Yeah, and then we'll unpack such that we can shoot. We'll put that guy here. We have another ranged unit. We do. I could put them... Oh, nowhere where they can fight. Because I can't get them down here because of the cliff. Okay, that's fine. So that's fine. We'll take... So we take the knight. We'll move the knight here. Then we'll unpack the crossbowman here. Then we'll unpack this other knight back here, maybe, and we can try to run them in. Okay, so then we can shoot with the crossbowman. And then we'll actually, if we can, we'll use the focus fire. Do a little extra damage. That gets that guy all damaged. And then this guy can run this attack. Get rid of that guy. So now we have a courser up here. This guy will stand his ground. Try to defend. We'll bring this guy around to present an option of attacking on river, which he probably will take. And then we'll push this guy in. Try to start getting in that way. And then actually, this guy can probably even stay... This guy could probably just stay here because we can actually move. We'll pack and move again on the next turn. So he could just kind of sit there for now. I think. We don't have to deploy him. This guy's just going to heal. And then this missionary just needs a rural conversion. Where's the rural conversion here? Oh, right. Just right here. We'll get Chickasaw converted. We'll gain a little bit off of that. Not much. This guy could just fortify, maybe? That's Damascus. Let's get down here to Nishapur for the convert. This settler is on the move. This scout is on the move. We'll send this guy. This guy's going north, so we'll send this guy south, maybe. And we should be able to grab this on this turn. A sounder of wild hogs has been terrorizing the countryside and uprooting gardens. Fortunately, a wealthy nomad has devised specialized traps to capture the beast and preserve their valuable hides. We can set more traps, 80 food and 100 science to Gao, or we can take 300 gold. That 100 science is going to be hard to pass up. We don't need the food, but I'll take the science. And we also have met, what is this? Parntwe? Parntwe? I have no idea how I'd pronounce that. We're going to invest in them, though. We're already friendly with them, and that feels really nice. That is a lot of treasure resources with them. We can't generate... Yeah, they're going to try to grab this, too. Ooh, this settler might have to come do this settle first. We might need to... Because what's the... Oh, my gosh, look at... This is a city. This is a city right here is what it is. Where are we going to settle that? We're going to have to figure it out. This settler, I think I'm going to have come up here first. Because there are some nice resources and things here that we might be able to take from them before they expand to them. They're going to expand to this next. So if we can settle... Oh, okay. We'll have to figure it out. We'll have to figure out where we can settle. 1, 2, 3. It has to be here, I think. I think it has to be here. And then we have to come up here to grab this. And then I don't think we'll get to the horses, unfortunately. Unless we can settle this right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We could settle this. It wouldn't be on river. Oh, but then we could put our grist mill down here. Potentially, right? These are the plans running through my mind currently. I'm going to move here. And then I'm going to heal. I'm not crossing over to try to find these until I see what's going on over there. 900 gold. So we have some gold to spend. I'll come back around to Matara. And I would like... Maybe we just buy... No, because I don't know where their sawmill's going to go. Oh, Temple, right? We should buy Temple. And we can put that in the city center over the altar. Yes. Yeah. Let's do that. That will get us the ability to do this. Oh, and right, a Gal build El Escorial, which has 3 slots, so we can get those in anyway. Perfect. Okay, that good. I'll save the rest of the gold just in case we want it for something else. Let's play one more turn. Oh, unit. Ah, Damascus. Perfect. Yes, let's convert Damascus. Oh, that was a trade. Sorry, that was a trade route with Damascus, not the conversion. Perfect. So now we have a quarry that will be able to move elsewhere. Right now, we're going to put that in Gao. Let's get that in Gao for the production, because Gao's busy building some important stuff. Okay. Perfect. Now we can go next turn. Okay, here come all the coursers. So, Himiko has switched from an all-archer build to an all-courser build. So now it's all coursers coming at us, which is... sometimes that's nice, because you don't have to deal with the ranged units, but also coursers are probably the most powerful unit she has, which is why she's mass-producing them. Yeah, we're seeing all coursers now coming out, which is interesting. Ah, this river flooded again. Oh my gosh, again, just mass destruction. Repair all for 124. Oh my goodness. And then these boats need to heal something fierce. That is another just like monster flood on that river. This treasure convoy, they're going to survive by 4 health. 4 health, but they're in to be able to deploy. Oh my gosh. It's fine. The next one will be in 4 turns. We won't take that damage anymore. Oh my gosh. How much? These guys took 26 damage. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's get them. I'm going to keep them in water, actually. Let's go this way. We'll try to see what's up, what's going on down here. Right. Napoleon has become the suzerain of Medina and has chosen Market Right. I believe that's the one that gets your warehouse buildings the +1 gold, but I could be wrong about that. Right, our knight was attacked. We knew that, and this guy got attacked. So we bait all both of our units that we sent in here kind of as bait, succeeded in getting their baiting done, so that's good. And their boat left. Their boat took off. Their boat was like, no, I want nothing to do with that. But it's almost a smart move because now I can't put my units in the water, right? I can't put my units in the water for fear that the boat will just come and absolutely demolish them, right? So unless I can get one of these guys in range, which I cannot, this guy I think needs to... I just need to back him out for a second. And then this guy needs to come all the way in. Yes, let's do that. This... We want to get this guy over one as well so that he can start shooting this. So let's move this guy up. And maybe even this guy. Maybe these guys both need to move back. Let's just move everyone back. We'll move these guys in. This guy can't shoot. This guy might actually be able to shoot though, right? Yeah. Start demolishing the ancient... These are ancient walls. They're not medieval walls yet, so they're going to go down pretty quick to these trebuchets. Once we get them set up, this trebuchet can shoot all the walls. This guy will take this one down, and then we'll have to figure out what we want to do with him. Maybe we'll move him up here to defend against any boats. That feels pretty good. Axum has grown, and we know for a fact that we would love both of these two tiles. Let's take the food first. We will immediately come over here to the city and purchase in the caravansary. I really don't mind that it's going to do that. Look at that tile. Lovely. Lovely. Gao has grown as well, and we could take specialists here. Specialists look really tempting, like this tile here with the 3.5 science. It's going to be really nice, though, on this market bazaar. This tile is going to be our best tile because of adjacency for it. I think I'm going to start putting specialists in here and stack them here. It's going to get us 14 gold already. My gosh, it's going to be lovely. Okay, let's grab our rubies. That's going to get us +1 gold in town and doubled in the homeland, so that's even better for us. Get that in. Genet has grown as well. We'll take more dates. And Axum will produce another Tajiro. We already went to... So, Jeanette... Oh, no, we can't go to Jeanette because we're going to Wasset already. So it's going to be one of these. So Abelisa is going to be our next best bet. And we're going to have to start using some of this influence to expand some of our trade route capacities. That will also help with relationships as well. So if we can, we'd like to do that. 3 gold, 3 happiness. I don't need that in Gao. So I think... like the idea of just keeping that in wherever we need to grow, right? And our most important growth currently is, yeah, Jenny probably, and then our new settle is going to need it. So for now, that's fine. I think we'll just keep it in Jenny for now. I'm not going to do a town focus yet. We could buy in a temple here, but I don't think let's check. We don't. Everything is slotted, so we're good there so far. We'll buy in a temple when we need one. For now, we can save the gold for a little bit. These guys look like they're fine. And healing. And now we have to run some attacks here. Okay, so what is the plan here? We got several units to potentially attack. Are these tiles vegetated? No. Yes. No. Okay, so this tile is vegetated. So, but we could get this crossbow. And sit here. Okay. So hold on. So let's pack both. Let's move in here. Because then we can take 1 crossbowman and deploy them here. We could take 1 crossbowman and deploy them on this tile. We could shoot with both of them into places that we want to shoot. This guy. Then we can take our ability, focused fire on that guy. That's going to get us a promotion. And do we... Yeah, I think we should go down here for the unit slots. So we'll take the +1 gold. We'll go towards the unit slots. Get that guy appropriately done up. This guy could run this attack and win, but we take quite a bit of damage doing so. But there's no units here. I don't think, right? So just run this attack. And then I think we run this attack as well. Although that we don't win, but that's fine. We'll damage him up a little more. And then this guy's going to come in here and probably attack this guy, which hopefully will open him up to getting archered again from our units. These guys could just sit. Oh, well, we could just attack. It's a lot of damage, though. Let's just heal with these guys again. This missionary could do the conversion. That's going to boost our culture by a little bit. And these units are all just kind of hanging out now, right? This guy can move back here now. This guy should heal. This guy can maybe... If we move this guy, maybe we move this guy down here so that if we can, we sneak him like across here to make like an amphibious landing on this. That could be a thing, right? This guy is headed in this direction. I am going to switch things up. I think I don't have to worry about these foxes being taken. I think we need to come up here first. Let's go in this direction. Again, not having to stop on rivers is going to be massively beneficial to us. So we'll have to pick where our settle spot. I think it's probably going to be here. Oh, actually, you know what? That also gets us access to this rubies. If we settle here, that's like perfect because then we don't have to settle anything. I think regardless of whether this is a good water-based tile, like if it's got access to water, I don't think we care. We could deal with the happiness penalty in other ways. I think we want to put it here and then reach for both this and this. And that, right? That's 3 treasure resources. And we make this a city because it's got some nice mountains. It's got some nice coast. It's got some nice resource spots. I think that's gonna be the play. That's gonna be a really nice city. Okay, now that we've explored this, I do want to just heal this scout up really quick. So I'm gonna just stop him and have him heal, rather than do anything else with him, just because I think that's what we need to do. And that, I believe, will make it an episode for us. 696 gold to spend, so we could take a look at if we wanted to spend that in any of our towns. We're up to 111 influence, so again, if we run out of places to send trade routes to, we can up our trade route limit with people, but we're going to continue to explore the distant lands, and so we may want to save some to invest in some additional city-states. I think that suzerainities are very, very powerful. There are other great things you can spend your influence on, but early in any age, I'm going to spend it on suzerainities for sure. Although the argument could be made why expanding trade routes is better. And I think if you're playing at the immortal or deity level specifically, expanding your trade routes and sending those trade routes is such a great way to up your relationship status with people, to keep them from declaring war on you. And when you're playing on deity, you kind of want to be selective about the wars that are getting declared on you. And so if you're trying to hold someone at bay from a war, that's probably one of the better places to spend early, is maybe rather than suzerainities and city-states, maybe you're investing in trade routes a little bit more. It's going to be beneficial in a bunch of different ways if you're playing on higher levels. So just something to keep in mind. Thank you all for tuning in for the episode. If you liked the content, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and that you're subscribed to the channel so you know when we release the next video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.